In this video, I'm going to be breaking down a methodology, whether you're a roofer or a sales rep, that's going to allow you to fill your pipeline up with warm and ready to buy leads without spending money on ads or going out and knocking doors all day or any of this other stuff that you guys are currently doing. This method, if done correctly, will allow you to fill up your pipeline with people who already know you, like you, and who are ready to buy. So by the end of this video, I'm going to be walking you through this entire system front to back, explain why it works, the structure of how it works. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you a playbook that's going to allow you to go apply all of this yourself so that you can hit the ground running and start booking some warm leads into your pipeline. It all started a few months ago when I started looking at what the top roofing companies and the top brands in roofing were actually doing. And they were playing a different game than the smaller guys were. And what I realized was that every single one of their employees, every rep, every project manager, and even the owners, they all were building their own personal brands along with the brand of the company itself. So all of their Instagrams, all of their Facebook profiles were geared toward the company, but they were also building their own personal brands. And this becomes super powerful because each individual person is able to build their own individual audience that's going to funnel back up into the company. And each individual person was putting out their own content, which means that the audience that was seeing it gets to know them so that when they book an inspection with them, they're already warm and ready to buy. And again, this all funnels back up into the company itself. So whether you're a sales rep or an owner, this is going to allow you to close more deals for the company and for yourself while increasing your own personal brand and the company brand. And without further ado, I want to show you the social selling system. Okay, so I'm going to explain this in two main steps. The first part is your social media profile. So this means your Facebook and your Instagram. Okay. And this is, if I'm speaking in fishing terms here, this is your net. So you have to have a good, strong net that's going to capture your fish or your leads when they come in, right? And the problem is that most people or most sales reps, roofers, team members don't have a good enough net that's going to entice somebody to book an inspection with them. So let me show you a real example of what I mean by this. You can see here, Hunter, one of my clients, he has his profile absolutely decked out, right? So he has his banner. His banner says, it has the company name on the left, your local Baton Rouge roofing expert, book your free inspection, book your free roof inspection with me, right? So this is a banner that highlights what he does, who he is, and has a call to action. This is very important, right? When somebody lands on your profile, you want it to know exactly what it's about. And most sales reps and roofers right now, they have not turned their personal profiles into an inspection booking funnel. And that's what this is here. It's a personal profile that's geared specifically towards booking inspections. And that's what the social selling system does. Secondly, we have a professional profile photo. This profile photo is nice and inviting and professional, okay? And then the last and most important piece of this is that you have an inspection booking link tied into your bio, okay? So you want to give the visitors of your page somewhere to go when they land on it. So when they click on this link, it's going to take them to a form they're able to fill out when they do decide to book an inspection. So this is what I mean when we're talking about having a net that's going to capture any leads that land on your page from the content that you're going to post. And again, most roofers and sales reps, their pages are very basic. The content that they post is mostly about themselves, and it doesn't have any type of goal around it. They're mostly just posting for maybe their family or their friends, which isn't doing anything to help them book more inspections for themselves and the company. All right, so now that we have the bottom half of this funnel, and by the way, we're inside of the social selling system playbook. I'm going to leave a link in the description if you want to go download this for yourself. It walks you through the entire system front to back so that you can go and start applying this yourself. Anyways, so getting back to the little diagram here of the social selling system. So we just covered the bottom half of this, where we're turning our profile into an inspection booking machine so that you can start booking inspections from the content that you're going to be putting out. Now, the second part of this is the most important part, and this is where we're talking about the bait, remember? So this part. So your content is what is going to drive people to your page, okay? So you can have the best page in the world, but if you're not putting out content, nobody is going to show up to it. Now, when we're talking about posting content, you can't just post any type of content and expect it to work. There are some rules around posting the right social media content, and a lot of roofers and reps get this wrong. They post just to post, and they don't really have a strategy around the types of content that's actually helping them convert cold audience into warm and ready to buy leads. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. So the first thing I want to talk about is keeping it simple. When you're talking about something or you're creating a piece of content for any type of roofing related situation, you want to keep it simple. Now, what I mean by this is like a 5th grade reading level. Your ideal clients do not know what GAF or CertainTeed or what a class 3 shingle is. So when you start talking about that stuff on video, they lose interest and they start going and doing something else. So it's very important that you speak in layman's terms and don't use roofing jargon whenever you're creating content. The second part of this is planting problem seeds. So whenever you go to create a piece of content, you want to start with a problem. So when you're up on a roof, you could be recording yourself demonstrating a potential problem that somebody else could have. Maybe it's hail damage, wind damage, but going through and explaining the process and presenting a problem to your audience is what is going to drive them to want to make a decision to book with you, okay? So most of your clientele is problem unaware, and you want to move them over to problem aware. And believe it or not, a lot of people just have damage on their roof and they have no idea. So it's your job to present that to them. So let's talk about content. There's a specific type of content that you need to be posting that's going to stir up emotions inside of your ideal prospects so that they build a relationship with you as the person who is the expert and who can solve their problems, okay? And that specific type of content is hook, insight, payoff. There's 3 sections of an ideal video framework, right? So this could be 30 to 60 seconds long. An example of this can be you're up on a roof, you're filming yourself. The hook could be, I've never seen hail damage this bad. That's a hook. And what that's going to do is anybody in your area who's watching that video is going to be lasered in to watch the rest of it. And it's only 30 to 60 seconds long, so you can get your point across quickly so that they don't lose interest. The insight part, the second part, you're going to be educating them on what's happening, pointing at the roof, explaining the damage that's happening on the roof. And again, guys, this doesn't have to be you're up on a roof. You could be explaining gutter damage. If the gutter fills up with water and it freezes over and it falls off the side of a roof, that is a great way to demonstrate a potential problem that somebody else can have. The reason why, again, that we want to demonstrate problems is it's going to plant those seeds, those problem seeds in the minds of your prospects and force them to act upon those emotions that they're having, okay? So this is all built off of human psychology. And this is very important that you're not just posting just to post, but posting strategic content. And by the way, there is examples of this type of content inside of this document. In fact, I think if you scroll down a little bit, you can find them in here. All right. Show them something, show and tell, educate them so that you become the expert, and then give them a way to book with you, right? So at the end of the video, you should be giving them a call to action that says, if you're in the city area and you want to get your roof inspected, I'm going to leave a link in the description right here for you to book with me. Guess what? That's the same link that's also in your bio. All right. So quick 30 to 60 second videos are going to do the trick. You can do this when you're out and about doing roof inspections. You could do this every single day. You can edit with CapCut. It's very simple. It's very simple, guys. You just have to get in front of the camera and be a little bit comfortable or get comfortable speaking in front of the camera like I am now. A lot of people are afraid to get in front of the camera. You just have to rip the Band-Aid off, take your first video. Everybody hates the sound of their own voice. You just gotta do it. All right. So again, the hook is very, very important. So if you don't get the hook right, you lose your audience. If your hook isn't geared toward your local area, and if somebody hears, think about it, if they hear their name, they're going to perk up, right? If they hear the area that they're in, they're going to perk up. So the hook, you want to be city specific or area specific. You're like, are you a homeowner in Baton Rouge? You're going to want to check out this crazy hail damage that I just saw on this roof. Anybody who's in Baton Rouge that has hail damage, by the way, I don't know if Baton Rouge gets hail damage, but regardless, if anybody's in that area and they hear that, they're going to be watching that video, right? And you want them to get to know you through these videos. So it's super important that they watch them so that they go to your profile and they book with you. All right. So here's some examples like homeowners in city. You know, your roof could have storm damage that you can't see from the ground. That's a hook, right? Think your roof is fine. This hidden issue might cost you thousands. That's a hook. And I know this seems like clickbaity, but this is the stuff that works. And so stick to the stuff that works and don't do the stuff that doesn't work. Okay. So again, insight, plant a problem seed, show your expertise. This should be 10 to 30 seconds. Present a problem, educate, build trust, and then have a payoff at the end. Now, you don't always have to present a call to action for them to go book with you. You could provide a tip at the end that's like, hey, if you're, whatever, like do this if your roof has this problem, right? Or you could present a question, be like, do you think you have roof damage? Just have something at the end of the video. It doesn't always have to be an ask or a call to action, but present something at the end that's going to give them something to take away. So the rest of this document, it really dives deep into recording and how to post, where to post, and it dives into local groups as well, because that's a very integrated part of this system. You could post to your profile, which is great, and you should 100%, but you should also be posting to local groups where your ideal audience lives, right? So that's going to greatly increase the chances of people seeing your ads, getting to know you, and building up your brand as a local roofing expert. So that's all here in the document. Again, I'm going to leave this link in the description of this video. You could go get it for free so that you could start applying this system to yourself, your company, your reps too, if you want to give this to your reps. And also there's content examples in here as well, guys. So if you want to see real content examples of what I'm talking about here and the types of content that's actually going to begin the process of positioning you as the expert so that you can literally generate leads from social media organically without spending money on ads or door knocking, this is the way. So if you've made it this far and you're a roofer or a sales rep and you want to begin to build your own personal brand, hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be posting tons more valuable videos like this. If you found this valuable, subscribe, leave a comment below on what your takeaway was from the video, and go get that free document. That's going to help you out massively. Anyways, my name is Jacob. I'm with the Social Selling System, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.